Good evening. We are live. My friend, we are live to answer your questions with the latest immigration news. Waiting for you to join in so we can get started. You can see the lightning today. It's a little too much, but we're going to get it. We're going to get it right. So we are live so we can get started with the latest in immigration news. We're going to take questions. We're going to give out some recommendation. Once you're here, just say, hi, I'm here. And let me know where you are. Yes, where are you? Hi, Annie, Seattle in the house. Yeah. I'm glad you're here. Z-Boy237, hi, how are you? Luma, hi, how are you? Luma, where are you from? We friends. Like what state? Z-Boy237, what state? Yes, we're going to talk about the latest news, okay? In the latest news in immigration. Gusano, Maryland in the house. Yeah, Maryland in the house. If you need a lawyer, I am right here, right? Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, we are here. Massachusetts, Luma, that's great. Anybody who need a lawyer here in Maryland or Massachusetts, let me know. Z-Boy237. I've never seen you in my Zoom before. Yes, we're gonna talk about the latest news. And please, first of all, go and like. Please share on your WhatsApp, share on your Facebook, share on your Instagram. Just keep sharing because we need to reach a lot of people. We're gonna talk about the latest news first of all. Then we're gonna take answer. Houston, Texas. Yes. Shabir Lalani, Houston, Texas in the house. Anybody has a question, just drop it in the comment, okay? I'm going to answer all your questions tonight. So if you have a question, just drop it in the comment section. In the meantime, I'm going to pull up this immigration news so we know what's really going on, right? Okay, so let me share my screen with you, okay? Let me share this screen, so we can talk about the latest immigration news. Share the screen. So the first news we have here is that there is some type of immigration. Let me put it bigger, okay? So you can see. Immigration relief in emergencies or unforeseen circumstances, okay? Unforeseen circumstances can be like hurricane, wildfire, severe weather, etc., national emergency like public health emergency or severe illness, including COVID. So if you have those type of emergencies or unforeseen circumstances, okay, we can help you with expedite requests to expedite requests on your case. To file an expedite request on your case, but it's case by case basis, right? And USCIS will decide when you request help. Please explain how you're gonna have explain how the impact of an unforeseen circumstances create a need for the request relief. For example, if you lost all evidence, employment authorization, including explanation in your description, a copy of a police report, insurance claim. So they can help you, right? They can help you expedite your case. They can help you really, if you let's say you want to expedite your case, or you miss the deadline to respond to request for evidence, or you miss the deadline to respond to notice of intent to deny. And based on those circumstances here, then they can give you additional time to respond, or you miss your court date or something like that. And this is good cause. They can give you additional time to respond. So that's what you can do. Okay. So yeah. So that's it, right? This is a great news here because it wasn't there. They just put it back again. It used to be there, went, then they just put it back again. And then there is something about humanitarian parole that I wanted to talk about yesterday. So I'm gonna go about it now and see if I can talk about it. If I can talk about it, I'll talk about it. If not, then we'll come back again. Yeah, so hold on. Hold on just a second. Okay. So this is good too, right? Oh, let me put it bigger. Okay, CBP on September 27, 23, last month, right? They're trying to give process how they're going to do with family reunification parole process for national of Colombia, Cuba, El Salvador, Guatemala, Haiti, and Honduras. Okay, so if you're traveling, you can seek parole at the port of entry. Yeah, let's say your humanitarian parole got granted, right? You can do that. So each individual traveling under FRP, which is family reunification parole, must be in possession of a valid unexpired passport and have their own individual approved ATA, which is advanced travel authorization document issued by CBP to seek parole, right? So qualifying immediate family member may be on any nationality and are limited to spouse and unmarried children under the age of 21. Okay. So in other words, CBP will give you a advance parole. Then you at the port of entry, if you have a valid passport, then you can get in. So, and those are the documents they're actually asking, right? Air carrier participating in CBP document validation, valid US document on file, not applicable, response should not be boarded. That if they can't board you, then you have to call them, right? Call the regional career liaison group. Yeah, so this is really good for those people, right, under the family reunification program, right? What's going on is that they said that they're going to send out invitation. If somebody has an I-130 petition pending, they will send the invitation for them to just come at the board of entry and present themselves with a valid passport so they can get in. If I-130 is approved, of course, or pending, it depends on the situation, case by case basis. So if you have an I-130 approved with USCIS and you're part of those countries, or you have your humanitarian parole approved and you're part of this program here, yeah, they're gonna send an invitation. If you don't see it, you have to reach out to NVC. That's what we did with one of our clients. But unfortunately, my client was not part of this program in terms of they didn't send the invitation. So basically, they have to wait on the line for the interview. But some other people are coming like that. So you can go and read it again. Stop sharing. Yeah, let me take questions now. Rachel, do you want to know about the Dignity Act immigration bill? I haven't heard anything about any immigration reform, to be honest with you. As far as immigration is concerned, right now, we only have to wait for next year. Next year is election year. That's when people will be able to know what candidates, what are their agendas. You know what I mean? Like we're going to have election and everybody's going to present their agenda. And now people are just trying to win the election. Nobody's really like talking about it or doing anything about it. They can talk about it, but nobody's really doing anything about it. Luma, if someone have a pending case in the and he has TPS, can he travel outside of the US? Where, for example? And why do you want to travel? And where is your case pending? USCIS? If you have TPS, you have to get the travel document, okay? If you get a travel document, depending on where you're going, then you have to know the requirement of those other countries. Like you have to get a visa for the country that's where you're going, if that country requires a visa. But just know that traveling outside of the country when you have case pending, it's always a risk you take. But TPS people, they always come back, right? I haven't heard anybody with TPS who didn't come back. I had somebody who was stuck in Cameroon actually, but they came back. They were stuck for 72 hours. They couldn't board the plane, so we had to call CBP and the career liaison. So basically, CBP to call the career liaison so they can call them so they can board the plane. So it just depends. But the answer is you can travel with a travel document from TPS. Valid TPS, valid travel document. Yes, you can step out of the country. But if you have a pending asylum case, then you cannot go in the country where you're claiming fear, right? So Z-Boy 237. Yes, you can ask for dismissal. Of course, you can ask for dismissal because you have, but you have to have, did you apply for TPS? The way it's going to play out for you, you apply for TPS, you get the receipt, you try to ask them for dismissal based on prosecutorial discretion if you're not a priority. And if you marry a U.S. citizen, a permanent resident, yes, you show the receipt for that too if you file an I-130 and try to dismiss the case. Most likely they can dismiss the case if you're low priority, right? They will dismiss it because you don't have the approval for TPS yet, right? Unless you have an approved TPS already. So if you have an approved TPS already, it's much easier. You're gonna dismiss it. It's much easier to do that with approved TPS or approved I-130. But remember, with when the person is a permanent resident, adjusting status is different. So you just have to wait for them to become a U.S. citizen, or you're going to apply for a waiver of unlawful presence and do consular processing outside of the U.S. That's how it's going to play out. Anybody else has a question? We got 16 people in this live session. Please go ahead and like. We need you to like. We need you to share. We need you to pretty much like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. I'm going to try to find another news because we already talked about the two news. Let me try to find if there's another news going on. Then I can share with you, right? Yeah, it's just what's going on with this Biden administration, basically with the border situation. Yeah, the Biden administration is facing a lot of pressure. Basically, that's what they're saying here. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much what they're saying. Biden border wall won't fix a problem. Yeah, so what they're trying to tell them, just expand some pathways for like immigration, like labor. Um, yeah, because the wall is not going to solve a problem. Yeah, the Biden, let me share the screen with you so we can see what's going on. Current dates and year bona fide AD in a U visa. I don't understand your question, Lani. I don't understand your question, Shabir. If you have a bona fide case for U visa, just know U visa takes at least 4 years, right? I don't know if recently, because I haven't gotten any new client with U visa, but what I know from previous years, it takes at least 4 years. But I don't understand your question. What is the question? Let me share with you. Let me share my screen with you so you know what's going on with this administration. Okay, so this is what's going on, right? Yeah, Biden border wall won't fix a problem, immigration system, or deter migrants, okay? So this Biden administration plan to erect a new section of border wall is a disappointment, not only because it contradicts a campaign promise. Remember when the Biden came in power, they said that they were going to be having some type of human policy, okay, humanitarian policies, but now they're trying to do the wall just like Trump. You see, even this article says like, just because physical barrier are a return to the same tired policy responses of the Trump era. So they're trying to do exactly like what Trump did. You see? Yeah, so they're saying even if they have the wall, like the big one, the highest wall often do not deter desperate migrant and asylum seeker. Yeah, so it's not gonna solve the problem having a wall. So, but anyway, that's what's going on. So as far as the reform is concerned, I don't think so at this point in this year. We just have to wait for next year. Let me stop sharing. Yeah, we just have to wait for next year because right now the only thing they're doing is uh trying to build a wall. Okay, they are concerned with the crisis at the border. That's it. Question: current date and year. I have received date 2019. Oh, okay. And but what is the question really, Shabir? If the case is taking too long, 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4 years already. Probably next year you should get your U visa because it takes at least 4 years. You have to check processing time. Anybody else has a question, please please put it in the comment section so we can answer your questions. Yes, we're talking about the latest immigration news. You can expedite your case based on emergencies or unforeseen circumstances, or you can basically get additional time to respond to requests for evidence or notice of intent to deny if you meet those requirements. So that's the latest news, right? Then we have TPS being redesignated for Cameroon, Venezuela, and stuff like that. You're welcome, Shabir. We got 21 people in this live section. Please go ahead and like Please go ahead and like. Let me verify if you're actually liking. Please go ahead and like. Please go ahead and share. And if you have a question, just put it in the comment. We are here to answer questions. 21 people in this live session. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Okay, asylum is taking too long. What to do is to file a mandamus lawsuit, okay? Kevin K254, that's what we do. If asylum is taking too long, yeah, the only way it's gonna work for you is with a lawsuit. You can try expedite request if you have some type of humanitarian reasons, right? Sickness, stuff like that. You can try that. If it doesn't work, you just go and file a lawsuit, mandamus lawsuit. Then you're gonna get USCIS to call you for the interview within 90 days. That's how it works. So because right now what they're doing, they're prioritizing Afghan nationals. That's it. So they're scheduling interviews, but it's not for everybody. They're scheduling interviews for Afghan nationals or somebody who has been granted expedited request or somebody who won the lawsuit. Those are the three categories. There are people who are actually being called for the interview. Otherwise, you're just going to wait. There's nothing you can do unless you choose to file a lawsuit or you get expedited request approved. Even if expedited request is approved, it takes them some time to actually call you for the interview. Yeah, we've tried expedited request last year. The person got called for the interview 7 months later. Eric Flores. Yeah, if you got dismissed for asylum seeker, you got dismissed at the immigration court. The only thing people do really, if you don't have a qualifying relative like spouse or a child, U.S. child who's 21 to petition for you, you try to refile again with USCIS. That's what people do. But again, when you're refiling, if you got dismissed without prejudice, it means you can refile again, right? So if you refile again with USCIS, chances are USCIS is going to dismiss it again. But the way to go about it is to try to have new facts, like change of circumstances. Then you can try again to file it with USCIS, go through the same process again. At least you're going to get a work permit and stuff like that. Other than that, you're just like without nothing, really, unless you have a qualifying relative, family-based, right? Spouse or a child who's a U.S. citizen, 21 or older. Did you get it, Eric Flores? Thank you for the question. And please like as well. Stephanie Henry. I-130 cases actively reviewed for 9 months. When will that change? I don't know. Yeah, they always put actively review, but they're not really doing anything, to be honest with you. Yeah. To answer the question, I don't know. What can you do? You can call them. You can try to expedite requests. You can sue them. Those are the only 3 things you can do. Or you can wait. Yeah. So unfortunately, it's just like backlog. That's all. That's all it is to it. Stephanie Henry, please go ahead and like and share. Luma, did we answer that question already? Luma, traveling to other country? Luma, I guess we already answered your question, right? Yeah, Stephanie. Oh, you wait. Yeah, patience is required in this process. So, but go ahead, please go ahead and like and share. Luma, we already answered your question. You can travel outside of the country with a valid document, but you have to find out the country you're going if it requires a visa or not. But the thing is, you have to keep in mind, it's just that, travel document does not guarantee re-entry, right? It's a risk that you take. But for my personal experience, people with TPS most likely can get in. Like, chances are they come back. So I think I already, with friends, I already answered your question. This is like the third time. Eric Flores, the border can do the filings, but just know that border is not qualifying. The border is not immediate relative, which means the fact that you overstay your visa, it's not going to be forgiven. So in other words, even if the border files for you, which it takes forever to get approved anyway, for the visa to become available, the border can file for you. And once the visa becomes available, there's no way for the person to adjust status because of unlawful presence, unless they have some type of exceptions under 245I. So yeah, that's the only people who can help in that situation is the spouse, U.S. citizen, child, U.S. citizens who's 21 years and older. But to answer your question, yes, the border can file for you, but are you going to be able to adjust the status? No, unless exceptions of 245 applies. That's it, because of the overstay of visa. So Gonzalez, good evening and welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here. And please, Gonzalez, please go ahead and like and share. Yes, you gotta share this live show. We got 22 people and I wanna see 22 likes. Let me share. Can someone fill the DVD lottery in the US while asylum is pending? The answer is yes, they can do it. But the question becomes, when they win, can they adjust status? I don't think so, because of unlawful presence. Yeah, it's going to require a lot of convincing. Luz Galinato, how are you? Good evening in New York. I like New York. You know that, right? Yeah, I might be in New York next month, but not sure yet. But I like New York. Anybody else has a question? Eric Flores, did you get my answer? Let me know in the comment, please, if you get the answer. And please go ahead and like and share. If anybody need a consultation with me, they should just schedule it by using the consultation link in the description box below. Anybody else has a question? We are answering questions. All questions, we're answering questions. Luma, can you please let me know if you got the answer for the question you asked? Let me know in the comment. Anybody else has a question? Hi, Kadim Fall. Can arriving alien parole by us adjust status? Well, if they have a basis for it, right? If they have a spouse, then yes, if they got parole, they can adjust status. If they have a I-130 approved, they get parole, so which is entry with inspection, right? So can they adjust status? Do they have anything to adjust status for? For example, marriage or U.S. citizen child, 21 or older, applying for them. That's how you adjust status. Family based. Employment, it depends. Employment is more complicated than that. But in short, if you have a family based petition, yes. The answer is yes. It has to be immediate family member. So why your case status taking longer than expected? Bertrand Mariam. It just means that they're slow, right? Backlog. That's it. That's what it means. Yes, you have to have yes, Gonzalez, right? You have to have lawful status in order to adjust. Kadim for watching me from Chicago. Hello, Chicago. Yes, Chicago in the house. Oh, yes, marriage, U.S. citizen. Yes. If you've been parole, yes, you can adjust status with marriage. But it has to be good marriage, right? Because they're gonna prove, you have to prove your marriage. It says 1 week. Did you get married? Yeah, you've been parole for 1 week, but did you get married to a U.S. citizen? Yeah, if you get married to a U.S. citizen, it says 1 week. Oh, okay. It says 1 week. Then wait for 1 week and see, right? If they're gonna respond to you in 1 week. Yes. Anybody else has a question? Please put it in the comment. Anybody else has a question? Please put it in the comment. If you have a question, please put it in the comment. Let me know in the comment if you have a question, and if you need a consultation with me, don't forget to schedule it. Consultation links are in the description box below. And if there's no more questions, we can just hang up here and come back again tomorrow, okay? So I feel like there's no more questions. Has been nice. And please let me see how many people actually like this video and share, because we need you to be sharing this video. Yes, I like it. So you guys are sharing. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we got 21 people. We have 19 shares, 3 more shares. Kadim Fall. Oh, you're welcome, Kadim Fall. You're welcome. Chicago in the house. And please share my videos, okay? With your friends and people who need it. Share the link. Share the link. Do we have any more questions? Celia Miller. I have a U.S. child. Is it going to be a problem if I apply for SNAP benefit for your child? This is a gray area question, right? So you're applying for the child, which means that it just looks like you cannot support the child, right? So when it comes to those public charge things, my advice really is to stay away from it unless it's absolutely necessary, like you have no choice. People who actually can apply for those type of things are, like, let's say, asylum seekers or VAWA self-petitioners. But other people in general, I wouldn't advise that, you see. Celia Miller. Yeah, that's my longer than expected for 3 months now. Started counting. It's 6 months remaining. Oh, okay, Annie. Annie, you almost there, I guess, with your petition, right? You're almost there. Yeah, finger crossed for you. Hopefully, before the end of this year, you should get it. I hope so too for you. Celia Miller, did you get my answer, please? Did you get it? And Celia Miller, please go ahead and like and share. Did you get my answer? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Yes, and please go ahead and share and like. I guess this is it, right? For today, we I guess we cover everybody. If somebody's in removal, we got you covered. Okay. Really, removal proceedings is my specialty. Okay. Employment comes second, but family-based removal defense is pretty much what I know best to do, right? So in that particular order: removal, family-based, employment. Okay, and those humanitarian, especially asylum and U visa. I don't do much T visa, but U visa at least. Yeah, this is it. This is it for today. If anybody need a consultation with me, consultation links are in the description box. Okay. Hopefully we come back again tomorrow with good news. If we have one, we come back. If not, we might still come back. You never know. But if we have to come back, it's still going to be around 6 p.m. Eastern time, Washington, D.C. time, and New York time. Okay. Thank you very much. Until next time. Bye-bye.